Hello, it's Artist Steve here to give you an in-depth look at the Simpsons Squid Girl Invasion comic series. If you've already watched our Zoom News video covering this series, you know that the series has indeed been cancelled. Well, that's why we made this video. It will give you a look at what the project was, and a sample of what it would have looked like. Plus, Deb really wanted us to share this whole story since we decided to cancel it without asking him. Since this is The Simpsons, this video features some minor mature humor, such as references to alcohol. Viewer discretion is advised. So, let's get started. Simpsons Squid Girl Invasion was going to be a crossover comic/animatic episode between The Simpsons and Squid Girl. It would have been the length of an average half-hour TV episode, about 22 minutes, making it our longest and most ambitious project we would have made on Zoobs Art. This comic episode would have featured everything you'd see in a normal Simpsons episode, including a reworked Simpsons intro with a beach version of the Simpsons theme, a couch gag, and even an itchy and scratchy episode. This video would have featured a lot of Simpsons characters, as well as the main cast of Squid Girl characters, and Marvin the Martian, because he's an alien or something. Since I feel kind of weird calling them by their real names, I'm just going to call the Squid Girl characters Knife Girl, Knife Girl's younger sister, and Squid Girl throughout the video. If you know their real names, you can use them in the comments down below, but the whole name thing is really more of Deb's thing. As well as featuring the classic Simpsons moments, this episode also would have included some of the Squid Girl moments too. Marvin the Martian enacts a slightly better invasion is an example of this, when Squid Girl pukes out squid ink all over Martin's noodles for a tasty treat. Knife Girl also would have been using knives to threaten some of her antagonists, like in the show, such as the sleazy bartender Mo, who threatens to burn down a restaurant.
Let's just say I might decide to maybe burn them down, preferably with a match.
Wow, this already sounds like a happy, uplifting show, doesn't it? This episode would have been released in out-of-order minute increments, like the ones we published this summer, slowly revealing the plot kind of like a mystery movie until all 22 minutes were finished, in which we would have then republished all the videos in order as one single episode. Now, let's unveil the plot of this hypothetical episode. The episode starts off with Professor Frank in his lab, doing some research, when his dimensional anomaly detector warns him of an upcoming rift in space and time connecting Springfield to an alternate universe. Coincidentally, the Lemon Beach House, a new restaurant in Springfield, and Squid Girl show up as well. Squid Girl is absolutely disgusted with the environmental state of Springfield, especially the radioactive gunk from Mr. Burns' factory leaking out into the rivers and then into the oceans of Springfield Beach. So Squid Girl decides to start an environmental protest, telling the Springfielders that if they don't start cleaning up, she'll use her squid powers to destroy them all. Mr. Burns hears this, and of course, he doesn't like it, as his business relies on his nuclear power plant. So he sets up a public media campaign against Squid Girl, calling her a weirdly dressed freak, shouting off crazy nonsense. Unknown to Mr. Burns, this soon causes a reaction effect. Hearing this news, the people of Springfield rush to the Lemon Beach House to see this new freak, which greatly increases the restaurant's popularity. This makes Springfield's veteran fast food restaurants and other competitors, such as the Krusty Burger and Moe's Tavern, very angry. The episode then cuts to that itchy and scratchy episode I talked about before, which the Simpsons are watching. The television is then switched to the news, where the Simpsons learn about the new Lemon Beach House and the freak. Lisa thinks Squid Girl shouldn't be called a freak, as she is just trying to help make Springfield better, but Homer encourages the family to visit Springfield Beach so they can go see her anyways. The episode then cuts to the beach, where Squid Girl is seen trying alone to warn the people of Springfield about their town's disastrous environmental state. Homer and Bart go to check it out, while Marge and Maggie go to browse some of the market stands. By the time Homer and Bart get there, a group of people are already starting a laughing spree making fun of Squid Girl. She gets so overwhelmed by all the people laughing at her that she has a nervous breakdown and runs away crying. You might think that this story is very sad so far, but there is a happy ending to this, I promise you. Homer and Bart decide to eat at the Lemon Beach House, Homer gets really angry, and then Homer becomes a chibi. Yes, this is a cultural masterpiece, folks. Homer first is happy when he realizes that if he looks like a baby, he doesn't have to go to work, but then freaks out because he realizes that he can't have beer. They go to Professor Frink, who analyzes Chibi Homer's DNA. Frank tells him that Homer has somehow been infected with a sort of anime retrovirus, a band of genes found naturally in the people in Squid Girl's universe, which changes the shape of their bodies according to their emotional state. C. The professor knew the whole time that the Lemon Beach house came from an alternate dimension and has been sending them letters warning them to contact him, as you can see in this Easter egg in the clip of episode 3. Now realizing how dangerous it could be if these two universes stayed together any longer, he rushes with Bart and Chibi Homer to warn the sisters of possible catastrophe. Meanwhile, nearly all of Springfield is gathered at City Hall to have a meeting with Mayor Quimby taking the lead. Between the people who think Squid Girl's environmentalism is annoying and the competitors who hate the new popularity of the Lemon Beach house, they decide to form a riot and get rid of these newcomers once and for all. Professor Frank arrives at the Lemon Beach house to find Knife Girl's younger sister playing video games. He tries to warn her about the consequences of mixing the emotionally focused atmosphere of their universe and the dark humor of the Simpsons universe, but Knife Girl's younger sister just ignores him. Luckily, Knife Girl arrives to listen to the professor's pleas. Frank shows them Homer as a chibi, and then they all decide that Knife Girl's family needs to get back to their own universe. Frank reveals that he actually has a machine to do this, the Interdimensional Traveler 2.0, but he needs some DNA from one of the people from their universe to track where they came from. Squid Girl is seen crying somewhere when Bart unexpectedly comes. He tells her that she should always follow and live for what she believes in, no matter who disagrees with her. Squid Girl feels better, she and Bart get along, happy schmappy stuff for everybody. The riot arrives, each of them with dangerous fire in their eyes. Professor Frank sends Knife Girl's family inside the restroom while he continues working on the machine. The riot then goes crazy, smashing up the Lemon Beach house into little pieces. However, when they look inside to see Knife Girl's family afraid for their lives, they see they had made a mistake. They come to realize that Squid Girl was just trying to help them, and that the Lemon Beach house was just a new building added to Springfield. Professor Frank gets his machine working and a giant portal opens up in the sky, restoring the Lemon Beach house to its former self and lifting it towards the rift. The Lemon Beach house and everyone from the Squid Girl universe are taken back to their dimension through the portal. The people of Springfield rejoice, Homer turns back to his normal non-baby self, the Simpsons universe turns back to how it was, and the people of Squid Girl now know what Itchy and Scratchy is. And that is the end. We hope you enjoyed hearing Deb's idea for this crossover between two universes. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more unique projects and stay tuned for more upcoming videos.